Good afternoon, everybody, and you're really welcome to the next session in our virtual career series, IT and Technology. We are absolutely delighted to welcome Ericsson virtually to the campus yet again. Ericsson, not a company that will need any introduction to anybody in DQIT. They've been a huge supporter not only of our placement programs, but also in the area of graduate recruitment. We're delighted to be joined by Colin Carter, who's Agile Line Manager for Customer Product Information to bring us through some of the wonderful graduate opportunities that are available at Ericsson and other opportunities I'm sure that will transpire as we go through the presentation. So Colin, you're really welcome. Delighted to have you here again, and we will go through the presentation now if that's okay with you.
Yeah, no worries. You can hear me okay?
Here perfectly.
Yeah, that's fine. So thanks very much for having me. I'm Colin Carter, and I'm here to give you an overview of Ericsson and what we do. Just a small bit about myself, as Anthony touched on there. I'm a line manager for some development teams. Technical writers is one part. We do the customer product information, technical documentation for some of our products. I also have some other development teams. So I've been with Ericsson 15 years. I started with Ericsson straight out of Athlone IT, so it's been my first job. I've worked in many different roles. I started in the development role. I did some system analyst type roles. I've done a technical coordinator role. So for the last 5 years, I've been doing a management role as well. So I'll just move on there now. So what do you know about Ericsson and who are we? And you probably not a lot of people have probably heard of us. We're like to use the rugby analogy, we're like the second row of the telecoms industry. We're a telecoms company headquartered in Stockholm in Sweden. We provide infrastructure and software and services to telecom service providers. So you're probably more aware of the telecom service providers than you are with us. Um, on the next slide, I have some examples of those telecom service providers. You're probably more aware of Air and Vodafone. We're a business-to-business company, so our customers really are the likes of Vodafone and Air in Ireland as well. And there's some examples here of other customers throughout the globe as well. Um, and just to move on, where are we and what we do in those areas? So we're in 180 countries, and we're over close to 100,000 employees. Um, we're in every continent in the world. Our largest base is in Europe and Latin America, predominantly more so in Europe. We've over 25,000 in R&D, in research and development. And in Athlone, we have 1,000 plus employees there as well. As I said, our main base is in Ireland, is in Athlone. We've 1,000 plus employees. We've over, I think, close to 800 software engineers, and we're recruiting in that space at the moment. Our average profile is 37 years, and we've a lot of nationalities there. So we've 59 nationalities, so very diverse. Our profile in terms of the number of percentage of females we have is 21%, and we're contributing back to the technology sector, so the telecoms technology sector, in that we're producing patents. So we've 70 plus in the last 5 years as well. So we're creating our IPRs, or intellectual property and inventions there as well, and those patents also. So the actual telecom space is a very exciting space to be in at the moment, because it's expanding. I'm sure everybody knows that 5G is on its way to a lot of places, and the amount of traffic is growing as a result, and the use cases that we have are ever increasing with the Internet of Things as well. And just as an example, I said I'd use this slide. So this is a scene set 8 years apart. It's actually of the Pope being announced in 2005 and 2013. You can see the example of the difference in technology and the difference in each of the different spaces here. You can see in the bottom part we have a lot more smartphones, for example, a lot more mobile technology. So in that space of 8 years, and even between 2013 and now, we've an explosion of smart technologies as well. So as I said, it's an exciting space. It's increasing at the moment, and with 5G, we're enabling a lot of use cases also. Even to touch on the actual technologies that over the last few decades, in 1980, we had the first generation of mobile phones, and that gave us voice. In 1990, we had 2G, which gave us more digitalization, but also services like SMS. In the noughties, we had 3G, and that gave us internet surfing on a mobile phone. And in 2010, we got the introduction of 4G, which gave us the enablement of smartphones and higher capacities. Now in 2020, we're rolling out, and 2021 actually, we're rolling out 5G, and that gives us higher bandwidths and increased efficiencies, really enabling more use cases and more applications for operators and the telecoms space as well, to provide services with the Internet of Things as well. Just bear with me now. So just this slide shows some behaviors throughout the 24-hour day. If you are to look at it there, a smartphone, we can do a lot of things now with smartphone, and these use cases drive a lot of our traffic as well. For example, you can book your accommodation with Airbnb. You can do some training on YouTube. You can book a taxi with Uber. You can connect with friends on Facebook or Instagram as well. So even more every day, we're getting a lot of increased traffic as well. So it's getting to be a very busy space at the moment. To look at the trend of the traffic across the last, since 2014, even up until what we expect 2024, we expect that the traffic in those 10 years is growing 500% there as well, with 4G. But on top of that, you have the 5G introduction as well. So the traffic is growing more and more. So the space is just getting very busy, and operators are looking for more efficiency. So that drives a lot of the stuff that we do in Ericsson. So we're looking to be more efficient with our products and how we do things with new use cases as well. So it's an exciting space. Yeah, so moving on to what we do in Athlone. Our main product is a suite of applications called Ericsson Network Manager. That product is really what the telecom service providers use to manage their networks. So they're predominantly their mobile phone networks. So they use this product to do their fault management, their configuration management, their security management, their performance management. So, for example, dead cells. So they can with the use of their performance manager, they can actually identify what cells are dead as well. So they can use a lot of these tool suites to rectify those as well. Yeah, so we've 120 teams working on the Ericsson Network Manager product, as we call it, E&M for short. We have other products that we have in Athlone. We're expanding as well. The latest ones that we have is around cloud use case orchestration as well. That's called Ericsson Orchestrator. So Anthony, if you want to play that video, this is just a quick video to show you what 5G could potentially bring us. So Anthony.
This is Haben. She can't see, she can't hear. But what's that got to do with driving? Nothing.
So buckle up.
Lock and load, Mimo.
It's a whole new reality out here.
Take that, Stoneface.
Where no world's beyond your reach.
Want to take your business to the stars? Hi, I'm Brad. And just look at our fully automated logistics system at work. It will improve your business in ways you never thought possible. Time saved means money saved.
Rock and roll.
Oh man, my parents are coming. Music off!
Okay, party's over.
Oh no. Lights off.
Sure. Night mode on. Sleep tight, buddy.
Don't just dream of greatness. Go after it. Know your surroundings. Know yourself. And when it's your time, strike.
Let us show you a world where everything connects. Robotics, vehicles, gaming, logistics, anything really. That's the power of easy.
So thanks, Anthony. So yeah, it just give you an idea of what we're working on, and what potentially some of the use cases that can be provided with 5G. 5G is our latest technology that we're working on, and it's driving a lot of the features and a lot of the products that we're delivering today in Ericsson Athlone. So yeah, in Ericsson Athlone, we work in agile teams, teams of 8. We work with 3 weekly sprints, and we deliver to our customer every 3 weeks. So it can be fast paced, but it's very interesting as well. We've many products that we developed, so there's potential to work on any of those products and any area within those products as well. So there's development teams, there's system analyst roles, there's test roles as well. There are opportunities to work on different aspects in development as well. So there's artificial intelligence, machine learning, there's web development, API development, and many more as well. So it can be very interesting, challenging, and fun environment. It's exciting, as I said, with the new technology. With the advances in 5G and IoT, there's new demands and features coming constantly as well. So we're constantly developing new products. Also, I need just this slide is just give you an idea of some of the technologies and methodologies that we were working with at the moment. Java is our main language. J2EE is the main language that we use. We do a lot of Python and JavaScript as well. One of the new technologies that we work with at the moment is not on the slide, but it's Kubernetes for cloud native container orchestration as well. We also work with cloud platforms such as Azure, AWS, and OpenStack platforms as well with our newest products. Yeah, so what do we provide for our employees? We provide continuous learning. So we have an extensive training program. So there's a big budget on that. So we provide instructor learning led training. We have self-learning as well that you can do at your own pace. We also provide facilities to get certification on different products. So for example, we have Red Hat Linux, so you can get certified on that. We have opportunities to do master courses as well, so MSCs in different subjects. So some of our people have got masters in data science as well, data machine learning and analytics as well. We give employees opportunity to participate with and be involved with students to help them learn about engineering and software engineering with our Infuse program. We have a high priority program with diversity and inclusion where we allow engineers to connect with women in technology and be involved with primary schools, for example, and secondary schools with women, getting women involved in software engineering as well. Cultural days are a big thing as well. As I said at the very start, we have a lot of nationalities here, so it's a big thing for us to promote the different cultures that we work with. So it's a very, very good, exciting days and fun to see all the different cultures that we have as well. The technology day that we have here, which we call our Tech Day, is where each of the different development teams get a chance to promote their innovations and their features that they have developed, which are at Loan site, but also our other Ericsson sites as well. And there is a party, well, they used to be pre-COVID. We do different activities now virtually, but when we go back to the office, we will do those. We have a sports and social club where people can get involved with the different various clubs and different events as well. So it's fun, exciting activity. So I think that's more or less it. So how do you get in touch with us? As Anthony said, it's really to talk to your placement officer and talk to us and see there's plenty of opportunities for graduate roles for us.
Perfect. Colin, thanks so much. Brilliant
Yeah.
presentation. Really nice video as well. I hadn't seen that before. It's obviously a new one. It looked amazing, and that would inspire anybody who could get into that loan. So I've popped up in the chat all because there's probably students from penultimate year and final year on board. So the placement students will obviously be applying via the placement officer, and then we have your graduate roles as well, which have just popped up. So a quick question around sort of the graduate program or what they might expect from Ericsson entering as a graduate.
I have Mael on the call. Can she talk about that?
Yeah, of course. I can probably invite her onto the stage.
I'll defer to Mael for the official answer on that.
Don't worry. Let's see if I can invite on the call. Don't see her there. There's no panic. I've put up the links. I've put up the links anyway on the chat there. So
the Callum is there. Callum is there now.
Callum is. 1 second. Perfect.
Oh, Mael is there as Callum.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect. So Mael will be on stage with us now in 2 seconds. Getting ready. Just while we're waiting, I suppose, in relation to managing the COVID situation, where the bulk of the Ericsson team sort of obviously working from home.
Yeah, we're predominantly in the office now. We will be introducing a flexible working arrangement where some people can choose if they want. It's voluntary to work from home as well. Now the office is open, will be open post-COVID for people to collaborate with each other, and they can go in if they want as well. So it's entirely optional either way, whatever way you want it. Depends on your role, depends on what your own circumstances as well. So we will be very flexible with that.
Perfect. Yeah. Mael, are you with us now? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Brilliant. No, it's no problem at all. We can't see you, but we're delighted to welcome you. I was just asking Colin there, and thank him for the brilliant presentation around, applying for graduate level positions, because there's probably 2 groups in this presentation: the placement students, and then obviously final year students as well, who will be interested in applying for graduate level roles.
Exactly, yes. So I have the information for the both. So for the graduate roles, we will accept from now the graduate applications for the software development for Athlon. Okay. So you already gave the links. So we have some open position for November where you can still apply, or some position open for next year. So it's depending on what you want and when you'll be graduated.
Perfect.
So all our roles are advertised on our Ericsson career site anyway, if you don't keep the link here.
Yeah, perfect. And we'll always have the Ericsson opportunities uploaded on our own Careers Connect platform as well. So students will be able to access them there. So you're recruiting, so there's one, I suppose, recruiting period up to November, and then you have rolling recruitment throughout the year, Maya, is it?
Exactly. Yes, we have different start dates to be able to take better care of all of you. So we don't want all our students to start in the same time. We have different dates. So we have a start date in November, we'll have a start date in January, and later in the year 2022.
Perfect. And maybe this is a question for Colin as
Mm.
well, but in applying for graduate level positions, what in your mind makes an exceptional application, or what makes a candidate stand out?
Well, a desire and a focus, organization, understanding of the programming, for example, object-oriented principles, um, desire to learn, willingness to learn is a big thing. Good drive and good motivation are the key, the base, the foundation.
Yeah.
The latest and greatest in terms of the software programming methodologies and knowing agile and Java, for example, and Python is another one. JavaScript, for example, UI technologies, and as I said, the cloud native stuff that we're getting into with cloud orchestration, Kubernetes, and that sort of thing. It's being in touch with the latest trends. I think is a big thing, and educating yourself as well, and showing that drive.
Perfect. So anything extracurricular courses you've done outside of your core course, that's all beneficial in the application. Brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Maya, then in relation to the application process itself, I just have a question here. Is there a technical assessment or interview or assessment center involved?
Exactly, that was I wanted to speak about it. So we will do an aptitude test with the candidates and then a codility test. So it will be done online, so you will do it on your own at home. And if you pass this first test, you will have an interview with an engineer to be able to, for an engineer to speak a bit more about your motivation, your skills, and you may have more questions also. So yeah, some interviews after. And after an interview, we are pretty quick to make an offer, because when we have a candidate that's interested by Ericsson and we are interesting, we go pretty quick to send the contract and send all the details after.
Brilliant. Perfect. Thanks so much for that. Colin, another one coming in for you.
Yeah.
If you're a final year student and you're just unsure whether it's software dev or cloud, what route you're looking to go down, what advice would you have to a final year student that might inform their decision?
Well, I'd say firstly, just to be selfish about yourself, whatever interests and motivates you firstly is the thing. From an industry side, it's all going cloud-based. So if you're looking for something that will open the market up to yourself, it's anything cloud related. And Java is the core thing, but if you're the industry is crying out for JavaScript and UI developers if you're looking for niche areas as well. That's another thing just to bear in mind also. But it mainly it's whatever interests you. Like we have in Ericsson, we had a lot of open positions in many different areas, so there's always something there for you, whatever floats your boat and what motivates you really.
Yeah, perfect. And what we often see is students will have a significant final year project, and that actually might shape their, where they're, I suppose, what turns their head in relation to their career. So I'm sure they're probably in the middle of planning or doing that final year project as we speak. So use that time, Colin, I'm sure you'd agree to, to understand where your strengths are in relation to the technical aspects. And of course, we're here to support you in the Careers and Employability Centre around that decision-making process and application process as well. My one final question for you, if that would be okay. A quick question around CV, the dreaded CV.
Yeah.
So formatting for a CV, we have a student here looking for some advice. So they're wondering whether it's best to have a technical skills profile where they're outlining the technical work and project work they've done, or is that better inbuilt in maybe their experience or their education piece, or do you prefer to see a technical skills section or profile in the CV itself?
I suppose it's good to outline what the overall skills. That's one part of it, but also if there's a project that you've worked on, what is that project? What is the high level view of that project? That kind of profile as well. So it's a bit of both, I would say.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, I will complete here. It's a bit of both. We will look at the technical skills, but also on the project you are interested on. It's very important for us to know that you have the passion for it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
No, perfect. It's really good to know that. And then another one based on, e-portfolios or GitHub links. Always good to put those in your CV, obviously, as well, so you can
Yeah.
see examples of the code experience that you have. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, I don't have any more questions. I just have a massive thank you to Colm and Maëlle for coming in and presenting to the students. I know that they would have got an awful lot out of that.
Yeah.
Ericsson, as I said, has been a wonderful partner to DQIT over the last number of years. Through placement and graduate level opportunities, and you're attracting plenty of graduates down to Athlone, so there must be something something about Ericsson that's attracting our graduates down there, and it's been fantastic to have you on, guys. Really appreciate your time this morning, or this afternoon.
Great.
Apologies, this afternoon.
Great. Thanks for the opportunity. And just to say that we actually have had a lot of people from Dundalk over the last few years that have been offered positions as well. So it's getting a lot of traction as well. We do believe Dundalk IT is a good base for talent as well.
No, absolutely. We obviously agree with you, and perhaps the next time Ericsson engage with us, it will be in person. I think we're all a bit burnt out with the virtual events, but it would be fantastic to welcome you back on campus again. So thanks so much again, guys. Really informative.
Thank you.
And thanks again from DQIT.
Okay. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
Bye.